Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at Festivale 2022 and recapping some of the details about the event before highlighting some of the changes we can expect to see. Now, Festivale is of course the first major holiday event of the year and returning to the game for the second year running. Like last year, PAVÉ the Dancing Peacock will stop by the plaza to host the Mardi Gras inspired event and bring with him a super fun and interactive activity that sees us collecting various feathers and obtaining Festivale themed items. The event itself is much the same as last year, but does see some changes that will impact the event in a way no other event really experiences. Anyway, the first significant change this year and since the 2.0 update is that Festivale actually takes place a lot later, as PAVÉ is scheduled to arrive on February 28th, right at the end of the month. This is almost 2 weeks later than this time last year when the event was celebrated on February 15th. As we discussed in our previous video, this gives us much more time to prepare for the event, which is kind of nice. Now, a date change may not seem that significant, but this does lead us to the second change this event experiences this year, and that is to the season. Because Festivale is being celebrated much later this year, PAVÉ actually hosts the event in spring rather than in winter, which means the entire aesthetic and feel of the event will change. In New Horizons, winter typically runs from November 26th and through to February 24th, before transitioning into spring. So this year, Festivale will be celebrated without snow covering the entire island, and personally I think that will make the event much more cozy and immersive considering the carnival style celebration Festivale brings to the game. Interestingly, this won't happen for another 2 years, which I think is pretty cool. Now this of course only affects the northern hemisphere, as in the southern hemisphere last year Festivale was celebrated in the summer. This year Festivale takes place on the very last day of summer, so unlike the northern hemisphere, just misses out on experiencing this seasonal change. Now moving on, the most recent content update that released just before the holidays also unlocked future Festivale events, with it being a kind of legacy update. This means that as of now, every future Festivale event has been added to New Horizons for all the years ahead that the Switch is compatible, which I think is something like 2060. Because of this, we know exactly when to expect PAVÉ to stop by next over the coming years. Furthermore, since the 2.0 update, all of these events, including others like Bunny Day and Halloween, are no longer time locked, and if you really wanted to, can be time traveled to. Previously, if you time traveled a year ahead or 5 years ahead, it would just be an ordinary day, however that's no longer the case. Next, we have a super tiny change that doesn't affect the event in any way, but was something that was updated in version 2.0. It seems most of the festival furniture items have had category or label changes for their variations when you customize them between designs. It doesn't affect the items in any way, it's really just Nintendo tidying up the internals of the game and generally being more consistent, which is always welcome. So there we have it, Festivale falls in spring this year, which will change the entire look and feel of the event, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. But what do you think about this difference, and will you be happy to see a snow-free Festivale? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.